Hello, we're back. I'm Linda.
I'm Shauna.
And we're going to try something a little different today to start the show off. We're going to do, I can't remember what Marina said it was called. What did I say it was called? Yeah, I forgot.
Just watching.
We're going to call it something. We're going to watch a video. Last night was the VMAs. Was it last night? Sunday night? Sunday night was the VMAs, and I watched a wee little bit of it only because I wanted to see Youngblood and Steven Tyler, and I think Joe Perry from Aerosmith do their tribute to Ozzy. So we wanted to watch that. Other than that, I watched a couple seconds here and there just because I didn't want to miss it, and I didn't want to tape the 3-hour thing and then have to, I saw this much of what's her face,
Mariah Carey?
No, Gaga.
Oh, Gaga.
And I saw her do her little satanic spiel with her spell casting crap. But anyway, so we decided we would watch. Brianna came up with an idea for Shawn and I to watch back when the VMAs were actually entertaining and good, and people really loved them. We're going to watch a clip of Axl Rose and Tom Petty. And Shauna doesn't remember. This was from 1989, but I do remember.
Don't remember.
That's because you know how we were with Axl.
Yeah.
So that year, Guns N' Roses was huge in '89, just enormous. Appetite was out. I think Lies was out. I think that was before Use Your Illusion. That didn't come out till what, 90, 91, 92, something like that.
I don't even know.
So so of course we looked forward to the VMAs because we couldn't wait to see who was going to be on, who we were going to get to see, and I had a feeling probably that whole week that either Guns was going to show up or Axl, and they weren't announcing it. I think they might have said something about a spectacular finale. I remember, I knew Axl was going to be at that show. I knew it. I could feel it. Well, sure enough, watched the whole Video Music Awards. No Axl. Out comes the finale, and it's Tom Petty. And I'm thinking, this is the spectacular finale they were talking about? And like 3 seconds in, what they did on the show was Free Fallin', Petty's new song at the time. And about, I don't know, maybe he might have done the first course, and before it was time for the second course, here comes Axl with his Davy Jones Snake-like. Yeah. Remember how it was? Yeah. And he oozes onto the stage, and he and Tom sing Free Fallin' together. Now, Tom was he looked a little rattled because Axl's very overpowering with his voice and stuff, but it was still a fun clip. Afterwards, apparently the two of them did Heartbreak Hotel, Elvis. I had never seen it. Brianna found it, my Elvis baby. She found it, so she wanted you and I to watch this and get our reactions. So let's have a look-see. Go ahead and hit play. Arsenio Hall.
I don't remember.
Look at him.
Is this the Heartbreak Hotel?
He was the epitome of a rock star.
I've never seen this.
Signature move. Oh man, how cool would it have been to have been in that audience? I think that might be Izzy. Yeah, was it Izzy? Yeah. Oh, there it is. You know who stole this news from David Jones, right? Adrian Believer.
Never watched them either.
lost Tom. We don't have Tom anymore either. Look at Tom. Oh, he's like, I can't get up over that.
No. Yeah,
He did the same thing to him in Free Fall, and I could tell Tom was disgusted. I remember back then thinking he's disgusted because Axel's taking over his song. Oh God, this is old. That's before he even had his teeth fixed. Look at Okay.
This is the
that was interesting. That was really cool. Yeah, that was fun. That, like I said, that was back in the days when the VMAs were so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe you don't. Well, no, like I said, the Heartbreak Hotel never aired. The only clip that they showed was Free Fallin'. And I don't, that was the finale, yeah, of course. So when the camera stopped rolling, that must be when they decided to do another tune. Which honestly, I'm surprised at, because him and Axel were at the same mic, and it was at the very end when he was, singing the Free Fallin' chorus, and Axel was just belting. Yeah. And Tom kind of looked at him and was like,
He's definitely overpowered him.
Yeah, I give up. And he just quit singing. And I felt bad because I knew it was Tom's song, and I'm thinking, you're kind of there to do a duet, not overtake him. But he overtook him. But that's Axel. That's what he did. So anyway, that was our little I can't remember what Shauna calls it when you do that, or Brianna. What she? I just said it when we called her.
Segue.
No, it's called a watch him play. I don't know. See?
I don't know.
We're too old. Well, I'm too old. I don't know about you, but I'm too old.
I'm old.
So anyway, those were the days back when back when things were so much nicer.
Videos on MTV. Now I don't even know if there's MTV.
I don't think they do. Somebody actually just said that.
I don't think there is.
On a Facebook thing, because they put up because CBS played them for the first time, which I don't know what the big spiel was.
I don't
MTV
either.
played. Well, I see CBS need to play them. They can cast that spell on more people. But somebody said on the CBS post, MTV doesn't even play music anymore. No. Why is there an awards? And I started thinking, dude, because I don't ever have that channel on anymore. Back in the day, that was always on my TV.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, when do these videos air? Who sees these videos? But back then, it was quite a show. And Arsenio hosted quite a few of them. He hosted this one. As a matter of fact, he was fun. He was a good host.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody would be there.
Who's it now? LL Cool J.
LL Cool J did last night.
And I didn't even watch it, but I've seen previews of what was coming up. I didn't watch it.
Well, I know they gave Mariah Carey something, and then a lot of people on Facebook were saying she looks like a clone or a robot because she did look a little off. Beautiful, but to be as old as she is and look like that, something's up with that. But, and then I think they gave Ricky Martin a first time Latin icon. I don't know. But Ricky Martin was there. I know that. But I didn't see him. The only one I saw perform, actually watched from start to finish, was the Aussie tribute. And it was cute. It was good. You know me. I think Youngblood's a doll baby. And Steven, Brianna wanted to see it because she had tickets to go see Aerosmith. They were going to come to Pittsburgh. I don't know what, 6 months ago, a year ago, I don't know. But they canceled. They decided they weren't going to tour anymore. And so we heard it was because Steven couldn't sing. And he did sound a little strained, but he sounded good enough that I would go see him, So,
yeah.
I mean, it was, but it was sweet. It was a nice little tribute. It wasn't very long, and I kind of thought more people would be there. But then I figured they just had the farewell to Ozzy, and everybody and her brother was there. So I guess MTV figured that was enough. But yeah, it was so fun back in the day. Do you remember? We would get so excited because, like, we knew somebody fun and cool and hot would be there. Warrant or Bon Jovi or Guns or whoever. Van Halen. It was just such a good time.
That was the best music.
It absolutely was.
Lifetime ago.
It was. It was a lifetime ago. And what, 3 decades? For 56, about 26, a little over 3 decades is when And in 3 decades, which isn't long in the span of, life on this planet, we're talking 6,000 years. So 30 years isn't that long of a span for it to go take such a nosedive as it did, where, you know, everything sucks now. But that's our little VMA skit. And I was going to tell you, I had problems with my car battery, which if anybody was watching all of our podcasts, they will see. I mentioned it on 2 different podcasts now.
Yeah.
It's funny because I had said on the podcast when I brought it up, it's been fine ever since. Oh, there goes my phone. That's my grass cutter. And I should have turned my phone down. And so, what was I saying?
About your car.
About my car battery. See that? I'm thinking about my grass getting cut. Yeah, my grass cutter was supposed to come today, and he texted me and said he can't come until tomorrow. So, and that's panicky. When you have to have somebody that cuts your grass and they say they're not coming, you get panicked because you can't cut it. I don't even own a lawnmower. So, anyway, my battery. I almost forgot again. So, it was fine, and Shauna and her daughter had to jump me once. And then it was good for like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It starts acting up again. I needed 4 jumps in the past week.
Wow.
And Brianna has, courtesy of Bonnie, my oldest daughter, who bought Brianna this wonderful, everybody in the world should have this thing. It is incredible. I'm going to have to ask Bonnie where she got it, because you know, my car is newer than Brianna's, and I'm the one who ended up needing it. Brianna doesn't, she hasn't used it for herself at all.
Jump start.
It not only will jump start you, it'll blow up a tire.
We have that. We have
This thing is so nice. It's the actual container is about like that. And the actual battery pack itself, it's very heavy, and I get that, but it's not cumbersome. It's not big. And the little, Brianna cracks up at that little bloop, 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 the little jump, they're so tiny. And of course she figured it out. She figures everything out. And so she had to jump me 2 or 3 times, and another time when we didn't have it, some very kind person down in Eaton Park gave me a jump. You remember I called you because you couldn't come, you were clearing Monroeville.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got disgusted. I called the garage, the dealer where I bought my car, and I said that something's not right. And I assumed it had to do with maybe a short, because it seemed to happen when I would like turn the car off and hit the hatch, and then something is telling me it had to do with that hatch. But it might not, because we'll see. So I go to the dealer yesterday. I make my appointment. I go up to see the dealer, and I tell him everything that's going on, and well, we'll do a test on it. Meanwhile, I had taken it to Advance Auto.
Right.
And they will come out and test your battery for free. And if it needs replaced, they'll replace it for free. You just buy it. I didn't want to do that. And I told you why. Because if it isn't the battery, they need to figure out what's wrong. And I didn't want to go buy a new battery and then have it still be doing it because there was something. Anyway, they tell me it's the battery. So he says, you know, well, and I thought, well, I'm not going to leave here and go to Advance and get them to put it in, because again, if it's not the battery, then I'm going to have to bring it back and pay. Right. So I let them do the battery. Is everybody ready for what I got charged for a battery for a 2021 Subaru Forester? $439. That's just for the battery, to put the battery in. That's it. I'm not kidding you. I remember when batteries were like 55.
Yeah, or 100.
Do you remember those days? Because
yes, I do.
My first husband and I were always poor, broke as, you know, church mice. We didn't have a dime. And we would always drive clunkers, you know, $150, $200 clunkers. And so we were always having battery issues. And I remember buying batteries at different times. And I'm telling you, back then $50 was a lot of money to me. And he come out and I said, okay, well, I already knew I wanted to get it done. I said, so what's the battery going to cost to get it? And he's like, oh, around 400. And I'm just like, okay.
Wow.
What was I supposed to say?
I know, it's at the dealership. Always more.
I said, okay, do it. So it ends up being $430 with taxes on. And that's what I was going to tell you. It's hard when you don't have a man in your life, because, and I'm not saying that a man would have paid less at the dealership, but at least maybe, I just don't know. Maybe if a man would have been more comfortable saying, well, let's go to Advance and pay $250 and start there. And you can have that $150 play, and then let the guy be the one to take responsibility for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and Shauna has a husband in her life, so she's got a man, and like I said, I don't necessarily want one. I'm just saying. And it's different though. It really is. It
takes care of our vehicles.
Exactly. That's when I was married to Brianna's dad. He He did all the outside stuff. He took care of everything that had to do with the house outside. You know, the maintenance, the lawn, the grass, the cars. I took care of everything inside. And so, you know, now it's, you know, that it's a little different without him. But yeah, I was just very disgusted at, you know, I was very disgusted at $439. I thought that was crazy. So that's where we're at. Now you told me your pickup has 2 batteries.
It has 2 batteries.
That's a
Well, it's a diesel. It's a 2500.
See, I said it back in a few different podcasts ago. That thing is huge. Her truck is enormous.
2 batteries.
That's what I mean. So, is it because the truck is so big?
Probably. That's what I'm guessing.
And you never had to replace them or anything?
I don't think I did. I don't know. I didn't.
Okay. Because I'm just wondering, like, if one goes, is the other one like a backup? Because, you know, or do they both, or do they feed off one another?
I don't know.
Because that would be awful to have to replace
No, when
2.
my husband drove the big trucks.
Big trucks.
Big, you know, the Peterbilt.
18-wheelers and stuff.
They were 4 batteries. I know they had 4 batteries. But I think if one would go, the other 3 would. I don't know how they figured
Keep it going. Maybe
yeah,
keep it going.
I don't know how it's.
You know, I mean.
All I know, they're a lot of money. There's a lot of money.
They really are. They really are. So, but yeah, that's where I was going to go with that. But the only other thing I was going to talk about before we run out of time is, you know, you hear people. Have you ever heard the term empath? Empath, meaning someone who is so in tune with other people. They can almost feel the emotions. They can. Those are the people that just, you know, bawl uncontrollably at any bad stories, particularly with kids. I can't. I can't.
Yeah,
I fall to
with
pieces.
kids.
Or movies, you know, you just, it rips at your heart.
Yeah.
Well, I know I am an empath. I know I have been since childhood, because when I was a little child and my sister would play tons of music. I grew up with 3 older sisters. They got 10, 12, and 13 years on me. And so I grew up with tons of music. That's where my love of 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, once the 80s and 70s hit, I was, you know, starting to grow up. But I remember she would play this one particular song from Bobby Vinton. And it would make me cry. He was a soldier, and he was, you know, it was called Mr. Lonely. And he was singing this song because he was overseas, and he was just so lonely. He wanted to come, and I would cry as a little child listening to this song because it would tear me up. So apparently that you're born that way, and you stay that way. But my thing is, I'm wondering, am I really that? Am I an empath, or am I just bipolar?
Well, that's a big difference.
Because I'm serious, you know, if something's going bad.
Everybody's bipolar anymore, I don't know.
I mean, if something's going bad, I can start like feeling like that's it. I can't take anymore. The whole world's done. I'm over it. I'm through. And literally, I can, like, it's usually at night that I get that overwhelming feeling. And I can go to sleep and wake up the next morning and be like, Mary Poppins, it's fine. It'll be okay. Everything will work out.
Or you're brushing it off. But you gotta brush it off.
So you think that's what it is? Because
I'm like that.
It actually, you are like that.
Yeah.
You can go and be very upset and disheartened and angry and go to sleep and wake up and feel just completely better.
And sometimes if I just walk downstairs and upstairs, I can feel better. I mean, it don't matter. I mean, I can't. That's just how you have to be that way in this life. Okay. That's how I feel.
All right. Because I remember, like, 2 days ago, it dawned on me that I was like, am I an empath? Am I just feeling, because I'm not, no lie, and don't think I'm weird, but like when the blood moon comes or things in the sky are happening, I feel that weighs on me, and it makes me more sensitive. I can hear that in your ear. Sometimes I hear that a lot more. So I know there's weird things going on, but I was in the kitchen literally, and I was just, I don't know if I was mad about the battery or what, but I was just very beside myself and feeling very overwhelmed and overcome with everything. And I'm just like, I'm done. I can't take anymore. I've had it with this. I don't even know if it was like
then you're fine.
An hour or so later. I was just like, well, and I've literally, I've seen though that is a sign of an empath when you can still, because nobody goes through life happy all the time. That's impossible. But when you can have those lows and have those issues, but yet you can pull yourself out and still focus and realize that things will get better, or that's a definite sign of an empath. So I thought, well, if that's the definition, then that's me. But there was a part of me that thought, maybe I'm just bipolar. I mean, I really don't think that, because I think you have very tremendous highs and lows with that.
Yeah.
Which I don't have tremendous lows. Well, maybe I do. I might.
Maybe
I
you're
do.
part empath, part
bipolar. Well, maybe that's a new thing. Like polar path?
Yeah.
I'm polar path. That's what it is. That's what it is. Wow. That's what it is. Okay, well, that could be it. So anything, wait, I've been yapping a lot. I'm so sorry. In case you guys haven't figured it out yet, I'm the talker. When it is just Shauna and I, and we are...
I'm just a smiler.
Yeah, I said in the first one, she just my decoration.
Hello.
But when it's just Shauna and we're together, whatever, here or wherever we're at, or on the phone, she will talk. She does talk more. I talk a lot more, I think, just because that's been me my whole life. In school, every report card, every blessed report card, Linda talks too much. Linda talks too much. Linda talks too much. Everyone. And my teachers, most of them were sweet and would, you know, I was a pretty good kid until I got to be a teenager. I was a good little child. But I remember teachers, my parents, hearing that I was like this social butterfly, because I would I was always talking. So it's in my nature to talk, guys. So, you know, if anybody wants to give us a talk show, we could swing that. But
I'll just sit there again.
No, you'd have to talk a little bit more if we get a talk show. You're going to have to talk a little bit more. But, and like I said in the beginning, when we should have had a radio show, we would have to talk more on radio. At least here, she can just be the pretty little object on the side. You can't do that on radio. You got to talk. But I do talk a lot. And so, what did you do? Anything good happen over the weekend?
No.
Did we do anything?
No,
we didn't do anything.
No, we didn't do anything.
Did Bree, our daughters, what did they do?
Yeah.
They went
just wouldn't hang out.
to Greensburg. They went to Greensburg.
Hang out. They hung out.
Right, that's right. But we didn't do a whole lot.
No, okay. I think it was supposed to rain all day Saturday, but it didn't.
Saturday.
It didn't rain much.
That's right, because Brianna said they weren't going the whole way to the mall. They were just going to stick like local Greensburg. Yeah, they went to lunch and they went and walked around, and
nice.
that was fun. Brianna liked that because most of the time Brianna drives, but this time Michaela drove, and Brianna she loves that. She's like, you know, that's cool. I can see why Aunt Shauna likes, because Shauna loves to be the passenger
on everything,
and I'm the opposite. And I don't know if that's my OCD, my lack of control. If I'm not in control, you know me. That's why I never did drugs. I mean, I did some drugs. I smoked some pot and stuff, but I never did anything crazy. And that's why I never liked to get super duper drunk. I did get drunk when I was much younger, but then as I got older, I just didn't want to be drunk. I didn't like being out of control.
Right.
And so I like to drive. I always said I'm scared to death to fly. If I could control the plane, I'd fly all over the place.
I don't think I'd fly.
I
don't want a boat, but I don't think I'd fly.
Okay, well, boats, yeah. But if you could control the plane, they have these little planes that you can buy. I don't know, $3,000-$4,000. It's a single-seater plane. You don't need any kind of pilot license to fly this thing.
Yeah.
Nothing. And I think I don't even know if it goes 30 miles, 40 miles, 50 miles. You don't. As long as you have a runway, a place where you can take off and you can fly. Now you can't fly obviously far because
or too high. I wouldn't imagine.
Probably not, because it honestly looks like a paraglider that you sit in.
I've seen it. I've seen them use.
I want one because I would fly in that. If I could control it, oh yeah, I'd be flying. I'd be flying all day. I'd be flying to Giant Eagle. I'd be flying to Walmart. I don't know where to put my groceries, but I'd be flying. So anyway, that's my thing. But she doesn't like to drive, but I do. So, but you didn't do anything.
I'm done driving so long in my life. I'm done.
You drove way before I did.
I'm done.
I think. Did you not? I didn't get my license till I was 19.
No, I was earlier than that. I was 16 and a half, almost 17.
You got your license when you were 16 and a half?
Yeah, I remember driving.
I remember you taking me. I didn't know you got it that. I thought you were like 18.
No, I was earlier than that.
Okay, well, I drove when I was like 15, but I didn't have a license. Yeah. That's a story for another day.
That's when you learn,
Well, yeah, but yeah. Yeah, so I didn't get my license until I was 19, but, and I love to drive. Well, I used to get car sick. That was always a thing for me.
I did too. Bad. But I outgrew it. I outgrew it. Okay. Nope, I outgrew it.
I don't think I do. Like, I don't when Brianna drives, and I don't when you drive. But maybe because I'm just calm with you two. Do you know what I mean? Like, it depends on if anybody else were driving, I might get...
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to get deathly sick. Window had to be down, and I had to have a drink. If you were drinking, you know, like a water, pop, tea, something like that. And with the window down, I could handle it. But Bonnie and Bobby's dad, Bob, he supposedly got car sick. Now, I don't know if that's really true or not.
It's like a motion sickness.
He supposedly got it too, so it was always a battle royale about who got to drive if we went very far. Usually I gave in and let him, but...
I mean, I'm sleeping. When I'm faster, I am sleeping.
Yeah. Well, I don't, it's hard for me because, like, I want to watch, I want to see what's going on. You know, my OCD, I got to be in control. That's me. So anyway, so that's it. Again, if you're watching us on YouTube and you actually have a YouTube, please subscribe. Hit the little, what is it, a little bell. That way you'll get notified whenever we post a new video. And follow us on TikTok, on Instagram.
TikTok.
I said it again. Oh my God. TikTok. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. I guess maybe I don't have any business being on it if I can't even pronounce it. Remember what it's called. That's pitiful. See, that's what Brianna did. She makes those shorts, those silly snippets, I call them. And she does that. And she got that. She put that TikTok song in there 3 different times, and now I can't get it out of my head.
I've seen that TikTok. Yeah.
Put a tic-tac in your mouth. And get a bang out of life. I don't know if I remember those though.
I do remember those.
I kind of do. Brianna said that one of them was from Australia. I don't know, but anyway. So yeah, that's TikTok. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on our Facebook page. But most importantly, subscribe on our YouTube page, please, and hit the little bell and give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. Or leave us a comment if there's anything you want to hear us talk about, because we'll talk about anything, pretty much. We will.
She'll talk about it. I'm just going to smile about it.
Okay, I'll talk about anything, and she will back me up and sit and smile at it. Okay. All right, so there we are. We're at 28 minutes. The camera shuts off at 30, so we'll wrap it up for today. Hope you guys enjoyed I wish I could remember what Brandon said that was called. The watching. But she'll take care of all that. She'll edit the video so you guys will be able to watch it in the same time with us, in real time with us. So it's a fun video. Maybe we'll do that, some more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We do. We appreciate the support, you know, and it means a lot because we're trying. You know, we're trying, and as I've said before, this isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be.
Right.
I mean, it's really
a lot of setup, you'll see.
Oh my gosh. You should see us trying to get everything set up without, because we're alone, we're on our own again today. So you should see us trying to run back and forth from the seat to behind the camera. Oh yeah, it's fun. So once again, we're hoping that this is a good shot. You don't just get to see the top and Shawna's ponytail or my chin, who knows, whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Everybody take care out there. Be safe. We love you. God bless you. We'll see you soon.